Here.
Commissioner Perry?
Here.
Commissioner Pettigrew?
Here.
Commissioner Val?
Here.
City Manager Craig?
Here.
City Attorney Ivy? City Recorder Beagles?
Here.
Okay, the first item on this special call meeting is the countywide rural fire service. And maybe I can help y'all out on this, because I'm gonna make a motion right off that we table this until we get some more hard numbers so we know exactly what we're voting on. County Commission's voting in the morning, and we'll see what they do. But with the information that was provided Tuesday at the Rural Fire Committee meeting at the courthouse, and some questions that I had about the revenues that's going to be generated from this fire tax, I'm just going to make a motion to table it until we can get the hard numbers and know what exactly we're looking at. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Mooney. Any discussion?
I would like to discuss, without getting into any numbers, I mean, can we discuss?
Sure.
Kind of what, I don't know, I guess the underlying reasons, what's going on.
Well, at the Fire Commission
Maybe you could
Tuesday,
just update me on what
they,
happened.
they discussed several different things. If you got your pack there,
Right.
and maybe Benny can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's a 7.7% flat tax, which would raise it 6. This is on the county. I
Right.
say the county, the people that don't live in the cities.
Right.
Because that's one thing I want to get clear. Everybody's county people, city people. We all live in Obion County.
But this tax is not on folks who live inside the corporate city.
This is just the people that live outside the city limits in our rural fire district.
Okay.
And
If this is your option, through reading through this, I mean, at this point, the viable option for the county appears to be this or nothing. Is that a pretty good way of summing it
Yep,
up?
that's correct.
Okay, so in essence, I guess why you would be asking us to meet is it's more of a function of you wanting the cities to tell you what it's going to take for us to provide this service.
Jeff, I think it's premature to, I think Mayor Crocker is correct.
Right.
I think you need to put it off because I use the figure of 55,000, and right now y'all get about, Deborah, about inside of Obion County, 50, 48, 50.
Well, the collection right now is
Yeah,
at
collection.
55,000, but sometimes.
And we just use a rough figure of 55, and we put down something for all the cities.
Right.
There's not but one city that's voted on this, and that is Kennon last night.
Right.
And they said they're satisfied with 25 grand.
Well,
No other
I'm not-
city.
I'm not going to talk to you in terms of dollars.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to address this in terms of fundamentals or a baseline or a logic as to what it's going to take. I don't know what the dollars will be, but if the tax is the issue, in my mind, it's very simple. You have to have something that's quantifiable and that can be applied across the board. You take our fire district, you take the number of parcels that are in our fire district, and whatever we receive on subscriptions on every parcel, that's what we'll get. That will provide service for every parcel.
that was my main concern. If we settled on, say, a certain number and it generated quite a bit more, and then that money going.
You got, and another thing it ensures, Mayor, is that the folks who live out here and are being served by this fire department, that the revenue is coming to this city to fund this fire department.
Exactly.
And not going, and that would be the same in other communities as well. That's the only fair way I know to do it.
And if it will alleviate anybody's concerns, the way I understand it, we will keep on going just like we are right now until anything is changed.
Sure.
Right.
So it's not like in our district, I can't speak for all the rest of them because 2 of the towns have voted on something else, but, you know, we'll keep on going the way we've been until something else is decided.
We would still have our subscription service for the 100 folks that are in Western operating under the rules that we just passed recently. So, I mean, it would be on a much smaller scale for us, but we would still have our subscription for weekly county residents in our district. I think that's pretty straightforward. We'd have to discuss that and agree on all that, obviously, but Just from discussion standpoint, I wanted to let the board know that's kind of where I fall on it.
Can I ask a question then?
Sure.
If all the cities went along with the program, who's gonna manage the program? The individual fire department or the county?
Well, which, Mr. Moody, what program are you talking about?
The fire program,
The
the
county.
money, yeah. Who gonna manage it?
If we
Who
put
gonna
a,
manage the money and all of this?
Okay, if
Will
we
it
put
be
a
the-
taxes-
Will it be the individual fire department or will it be the county?
if we put taxes on you, like property tax, the trustee will collect it, and then she will disperse it to whatever the city agrees on to perform the duties of the fire department.
So the county will be managing it?
This is correct.
Okay.
Correct, we'll be managing the money.
Yeah, that's
correct.
what I was
Yes, sir.
talking about.
Are there any,
I
Man, we
one
get
more
into a lot of
question.
this.
I was reading tonight's paper, and Mr. Evans said it would take $300,000 to build the 2 fire departments he wanted to put up. Where would that money be coming from?
We'll probably,
From the county?
if we don't increase taxes to cover that, it will come out of debt service for the county.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all.
Mayor, can I say something?
Go ahead.
Another question that came up at the meeting is that if all the other cities agree to do it and South Fulton agrees not to do it, could the South Fulton rural area be out of the overall? And I believe you found out that that is not possible,
That
that
is not possible.
it has to be the whole.
See, the county gives you permission to go outside the city to fight fires because we represent the people outside the city. And you have signed an agreement with us that you would charge a fee, already signed it several years ago, that you would charge a fee to go out and fight fires. And that agreement is between the county and this city. So,
That's because, I don't mean to cut you off, the county doesn't have a fire department.
that's right, you're right, David, you're right, Mayor. Yeah. But that's an agreement they made, Ms. Craig.
I don't know if there would be any logic for us not to join with the rest of the county. It just, I mean,
You got a motion on the
But I think Mr. Crockett's right. I think you're premature in this. I think you need to wait till tomorrow because we may not even be talking about this issue tomorrow.
right. One thing that probably would be relevant is, because this will be something that'll come back for us to consider, whether we agree to accept whatever. You know, if you impose the fire tax and the city boards all agree and the county agrees to whatever you're gonna pay to the cities to provide the fire coverage, is the county commission, are they putting stipulations on those funds? Are you having, I don't mean stipulate, but I mean, you know, in other words, are there strings attached with the money? Is it gonna have to be spent on, obviously it's for fire coverage, but I mean, is it, you know, is it gotta be spent X amount on trucks and X amount on equipment? Or is it gonna be managed to that level, or?
It has to be on something that deals with fires, and that's all the stipulation. The other stipulation is that when you get a call, you gotta go. That's the other stipulation.
Right.
But you do that now.
Right.
Well, that's kind of the reason why I was wanting to table it, because nobody's gotten that far.
Right.
And if there's a set, and that's what I get back to, if there's a set number that we agree to, and it generates quite a bit more revenue, that's going into a pot that we have no control over. But our fire department is servicing those people who are paying those taxes. And what they talked about Tuesday was building 2 fire stations, one at Dixie and one at Cloverdale. And for the folks that live out in the county around here, I can't speak for them because we're outside the city limits. You know, I don't know if they want their taxes to go up to build fire stations down there, and vice versa. I don't know if those people down there would want their taxes to go up to build a fire station out here on this end of the county and one out towards McConnell. It works both ways.
Right.
Then they said, could call a special election, it costs around $25,000.
Yeah, next year, after you go through legislature, it costs $25,000, next year.
Well, see, that's
If
my
that's a
whole
possibility.
understanding, but I'm not sure everybody's complete, you're talking about having a special election for the folks that don't live inside the city limits. And they're deciding on something for the fire departments that belong to the cities. That in itself creates a problem.
And it's also non-binding, is my understanding, that the
Yeah,
commission
county
could
commission
go back
can
and.
not even agree with the referendum. They can not
I
have
just
it.
said.
So what you said, you know?
Anybody got anything else?
Is there anything we can provide that would help you guys with your meeting tomorrow? I guess that, I mean, if we were requested to meet tonight, I don't know what we were requested to meet for then. If now I'm being told there was no reason for us to meet.
Yeah. The only thing you can do is,
Well, we were requested to meet tonight to see if we would agree to that number,
Oh, what, this number in here?
the 55,000,
Oh,
yes.
Lord, that's, no, okay.
That's what it's about.
and Jeff, with 100%, you're looking at 64. Yeah.
Whatever it is, yeah, I don't know, I mean,
If you got those, you got,
I do see it.
that's 64.
My point is, that
That's
it's,
just in Obion County, correct?
Right, that's all we.
Because it's my understanding with the situation we've had over the last couple of years and all that, that we mail out over 1,000 rural fire subscriptions, the area that they cover right now. So that would be over 75,000.
Yeah, we don't worry about.
Well, you're just talking about Obion
Yeah, I
County.
can't worry about Wheaton County.
which will still have that program. My point, and I guess, I mean, obviously, my position on this is, it's the number of parcels by subscription. That's what it is. And, you know, so whatever dollar that comes out to, that's the way we operate now. If every parcel paid $75, we would provide coverage to everybody.
Exactly.
So that's exactly what we're gonna, that's what we'd expect. So, I mean, we're not voting on that tonight, and I don't guess it matters to me to tell you, that's my take on it, but that's my take on
That may help you with some information in the future.
Okay.
Anybody else got anything?
it. Second.
I've already got a second. I move. All those in favor, let me know I'm saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. And the next item is a request to change the June date for the commission meeting. I think Ms. Craig may be out of town.
I will be out of town, and I propose that we move it to the fourth Thursday at 5, instead of third Thursday.
Considering that's the last meeting of this fiscal year, I'll make that motion that we'll move it to the fourth Thursday of June. That way we can have the city manager here to make sure where we're at on our budget for this year. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Val. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, let me know by saying aye. Aye.